Well, hey everyone, I love a good story, and I bet you do too. And some of my favorite stories are what I call God stories. Those times where God shows his faithfulness, his provision, times where God shows how awesome he is or he answers prayer. And I just want to share a story with you guys today that I think is all of those combined: God's faithfulness, provision, and his awesomeness, and answered prayer. So if you would, let's go back like 5.5 months, back to March 9th. March 9th, yes, this is the week before everything kind of went crazy in Michigan. Actually, on March 13th, that Friday, was when everything shut down. But on March 9th was a Monday, and it was very significant for us as a church. So we had been growing, and things had been going really awesome at River's Edge. We were hitting some big numbers, and we were starting to talk about maybe a third service or a building expansion or what that would even look like. We even had some plans drawn up just so we could have an idea of what like a cost would be. We had made the decision that on Monday morning I was making a call to offer the job for our new connections pastor. So Monday, March 9th was a really significant day. And I remember that morning I was sitting in a meeting with Pastor Trent, and me and him were chatting just about the future and about all this great stuff and adding more people and adding more staff and building expansion, all this kind of stuff, and what that would look like. And in the middle of that meeting, we just said, man, there's something kind of holding us back from that. There's something that would keep us from really doing that, and that is our mortgage. At the time, we owed $363,000-ish on our mortgage, which is not that much, but it's still a lot. And we wanted to be wise, and we wanted to be prudent with what God has given us. And so we were saying, man, to take the next step, whatever the future looks like, we needed that out of the way. And we just didn't know how that was going to happen as we could dream and all this stuff. We're like, man, that's kind of stopping us from where we feel like we need to go. And I remember sitting in the meeting with Trent, and at some point in the meeting, I just looked at him and said, man, I just believe that God's going to do something about it. I just believe that God's going to do something. I don't know what that looks like or how that's going to work, but man, I really think God's going to do something. So we started talking about some other things, and the conversation went on in the meeting, but all of a sudden our office administrator, Annette, walks in. She goes, hey, I need to interrupt you guys for just one moment. She goes, I think you'll be okay with this. And she hands me a piece of paper, and I look at the piece of paper, and she just handed me a check for $350,000. And I dropped the check on the ground, and Trent's like, what was that? And I showed Trent what it was, and me and him both just had this moment where like kind of tears and some emotions started to come, and we just started saying, God, you are amazing. God, you are awesome. Like right in the middle of, we're just thinking about what is coming and what we want to do, and we're saying, what is holding us back? God says, hey, I want you to know something. I got you. Like, you're moving in the right direction. I'll take care of you. Let me help you take a big weight off your shoulders, and we can start dreaming about the future. And we were so excited. We're like, man, we can't wait to tell the church about this, how we're going to pay off our mortgage, and it's going to be really exciting. And then Friday comes, and in Michigan at least, everything goes into shutdown mode. And then now 5.5 months later, here we are. And we've been waiting to share this great news with you as a church because we want to do it with people in person. And here's the exciting thing. We decided to take that check, and it was given for FastForward, and we gave it to our mortgage, and we paid off $350,000 worth of our mortgage. And then all that is left is about $12,000. So we are now in what we're asking for the final fast forward. And we want and need your help to participate in helping us pay this thing off so we can start looking to the future that God has for us. So there's about $12,000 left, and we're asking you for one final fast forward giving opportunity where you can give to us. And so Trent's going to tell you about that in just a little bit. You can find out more on our website on how you can participate. But I just love a good story how God shows his faithfulness, his power, his goodness, and his answered prayer just like that. Just in the moment that we needed, God stepped in the door and showed us that he has got this. And so we're looking towards a future that's going to be exciting, and you can play a part in that by participating in the final fast forward. Hope you enjoyed that good story. See ya.